Just tell you on the email.
It just says I have 100 emails of join me on StreamYard from Irish.
What's up, YouTube? IrishUSMC Vet in the motherfucking house. Poison stinger in the house too over there. In Arizona house.
Yep.
So what's going on, guys and gals? Last week was kind of a hectic week. I was not available.
Yeah, man. What the hell, bro?
I'm busy man. We got we're doing elderberry right now. We had to go acquire honey. We're doing plum jam. That sounds like a song, plum jam.
Yeah.
But the elderberry is
actually
really
a band.
Yeah. Instead of Pearl Jam,
like Pearl Jam is Plum Jam. A tribute band.
Right. So, yeah, the elderberry is really time consuming because you have to go out and cut the flower heads off and use essentially a kitchen fork to take each one off because the stems are poisonous. So it's a very long process. And then I got a few requests from some of my customers that have diverticulitis, because you take the seeds out of them anyways, but some of the customers that have diverticulitis, which is little pockets in their intestines, can't have anything that involves seeds, not even strawberry seeds. So their elderberry syrup has to be processed extra thoroughly. And next year, I'm probably going to have to invest in a vacuum, some sort of vacuum press or vacuum filter, because filtering it through mullein bags or whatever the hell they're called, yeah, it's just not working out. So I got most of it out, very, very, very fine, no particulate matter, but still, I'm always worried about something like that, especially with somebody that has a problem. But we're not having any problem getting honey from the Amish, so that's good. So yeah, just been busy. Busy. I'm not over here stacking silver like Poison Stinger, to the fucking roof, building adobe brick houses out of it and stuff.
Dude, hey man, don't be spreading my business. First of all,
if you got money like that, you wouldn't be on fucking YouTube.
Right. I'm saving up for a piece of land, or at least a down payment. Oh my goodness. Your thumbnail is somebody wearing drawers around their face.
Well, that's the idiocracy. The idiocracy of what's happening today,
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, I was watching a thing today of, forget it. I think it was a Kennedy. They were explaining the whole Big Pharma and how they're like more than double anybody else in lobbying the Congress, and it's like a absurd amount of money per year that they do that in, and that they have patents for every vaccine that goes out, even the idea of a vaccine. So even when Bill Gates makes his vaccine, he's got to pop a little to the CDC. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, they all get a kickback from it. That's why. Why do you think it's protected? I mean.
Yeah.
I'm sure this video won't make it to see too many people. I'm surprised it's even on YouTube right now, but because what I put up there as the title. But yeah, let's never forget that the swine flu vaccine rushed to market ended up paralyzing 500 Americans.
Wow.
Will the same or worse happen with the extremely rushed Cervesa bug 19? I mean, I think I already got it in the fucking title, but but hopefully President Donald J. Trump will get us in on the fuck YouTube so we can fucking file a fucking class action lawsuit and run Google right into the fucking dirt, you fucking prick cocksucking motherfuckers! Oh, it makes me so fucking mad.
Stop shadow banning me. I'm pretty good at shadow banning myself. I don't need any extra help.
Most people don't want to watch my channel because I cuss a lot anyways, fucktards!
You're just not advertiser friendly.
Yeah, I don't want your advertising. I won't even ask for your advertising anymore. That's why I put stupid links down in the bottom so that people who want to support me, they can. So fuck off. Why did Ohio ban The hydroxy thing.
Hydroxychloroquine?
Yeah, no, I know how to say it. I was going to.
Well, I can't say it correctly, so hopefully that helps.
But the VA, the VA is giving it out to the veterans. Well, anyway, supposedly Ohio banned giving it to Cervesa bug 19 patients to increase suffering and mortality rates. Oh, wow. Thanks, Ohio. Oh, man. The FBI reportedly ignored mountains of evidence against Mr. Can't even say that word, Shitstein, including allegations of Sir Bill Clinton was with 2 young girls on his fantasy island.
Yeah.
I think you covered that on one of your chats, maybe.
A little bit,
yeah. Sign the LifeSite News petition to break up big tech and stop censorship. Okay, I don't know what that's about. China faces the worst flood in decades as Yahtzee water level rise. I don't know. Man, it's been too long. Suspended Arkansas professor charged with wire fraud over the Chinese ties of the Cervesa bug. A black journalist stabbed in the back in Portland protest was targeted for being conservative. So, yeah. Wow, I'm just rolling through some.
It's funny, we have this person in, I think it was Milwaukee, who got shot in front of his store in broad daylight, who they all are saying it was because he was a Trump supporter because he had Trump 2020 on his store. But the thing is, he had a whole bunch of other things on his store too that would not consider him being a conservative. I mean, he just put up signs. I think he was a fan of signs is what it was, because his whole place was covered with signs that, including Obama signs and Black Lives Matter signs and the whole bit. So to say that he got shot in the middle of the street in broad daylight because he had a Trump 2020 sign, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's all what they want to. It's all what they want to come up with and say. It's like,
Yeah.
Here's where I get kicked off again. The link just provided. The land no face mask. Holland scientists say there's no evidence face coverings work because they don't, motherfucker. The manufacturer's box says it doesn't.
Right. Well, and you can even hear Fauci say that, a couple months ago before somebody told him to change his tune or something.
If you go back and watch my original videos before I was so hostily fucking pissed off at the fucking world about this dumbass shit, you'll see that you have to have a respirator, a full face respirator, or at least a mask and a fucking sealed eyewear. Okay? Ta-da! Now, all the boxes of the mask say, does not protect against Cervesa bug. Right on the fucking box, but your local and state and federal government's telling you to wear one.
Well, this is because we're the land of the sheep. We're the land of the sheep because it makes people feel better. And that's the whole thing. We have to make people feel better. In fact, the police are out there to make sure that you're allowing people to feel better. You know what I mean?
Electronic tags in Singapore are used to force the quarantine. Imagine that. Oh, they're doing that here too. It's just, in Singapore, they're putting them on your wrist.
Wow.
In America, they put you on house arrest.
Right.
Hundreds have gathered for a secret rave under a New York City bridge. Awesome. People still out there partying it up. Why? Because you're not going to stop that shit. Let's see. That's I bet they were all wearing masks though, so it was probably safe.
Probably.
Taking drugs that you made illegal, so they cost more, and fund the drug cartels to kill everybody in the fucking border region, all while militarizing the police so that they can be militarized and go into houses thinking they're in fucking Afghanistan. Oh yeah, great job. Sorry. This is our 100th episode, I guess, according to Poison Stinger. So I'm super fucking excited.
Not necessarily 100th episode. 100th time that we've got on StreamYard, anyway.
Okay, well, whatever. It's a monumental feat, right?
Right.
One attendee could be seen holding a black T-shirt with the words "Fuck 12," while others was holding signs in support of Black Lives fucking movement. Whatever, who cares? DJ and producer Mike Simonetti, I don't know how that fuck that tweeted. Simon Etti, Simonetti. How about that? There we go.
All right.
That he had declined to offer to perform at the party under the bridge because his father died alone of the Cervesa bug. I saw it as disrespect for both my mother and everyone else who was going through what she went through. Simonetti wrote, "Imagine being married 15 years and not being able to see your husband in his deathbed." Last week, Governor Andrew Cocksuckin' Cuomo blasted a weekend Hamptons concert headlined by the Chainsmokers, where 3,000 attendees openly flouted Cervesa social distancing rules. Ooh. We have no tolerance for this illegal and it's illegal now to go to a concert.
Yep. Oh, it is.
Illegal. It's illegal. Hey, don't go to concerts because people shoot you from 2 different windows in Las Vegas with bump skis, supposed bump skis.
Yeah.
But do go to concerts. Don't go to concerts because now you're going to die from not wearing a face covering and standing 6 foot apart, even though the experts came out and said 16 feet is the minimal distance and that you should wear what? Oh, what's that? A full face respirator rated for fucking viruses. Dumb fucks.
Should have had your bullhorn out for that.
Oh. It's right here. It's close. It's close. The dollar's suffering. I guess.
Oh yeah, it is.
Are we getting another stimulus check?
As far as I know, it is in the works. Yes.
All right. So basically, if you watched the video this far, you probably haven't because I've been a little crazy today. But if you watch the video this far, the more money they print, the less value it has. So be prepared for that $20 cheeseburger. Be prepared for that $20 cheeseburger.
To be honest, though, I mean, when has it had value? The only value that we have on our dollar right now since at least 1964, some would argue even longer, is the value of perception, right? We perceive it to have value because people tell us it has value, just like people tell us these surgical masks that are made out of paper are going to protect a virus.
Well, so it did have some kind of clout because it was the world's reserve currency. So
nothing's backing it, though. Where can you take it to get something actually of value?
Right.
Other than a coin store to change it.
Right. But what they're doing by pumping this fucking money, because that's all they're doing. They're just printing. I mean, you probably covered this. I watched your videos, but I haven't. Mm-hmm. I've been listening to them. No, bro, stay down. No, you can't be cat famous. But anyways, like I've had. But they're printing shit, and it's gonna make it fucking flop. Like, Peter Schiff did like a good show on it with Joe Rogan the other day. I'm not like a super big Joe Rogan fan, but that's consequently who plays after your video. Was Joe Rogan and Peter Schiff. So I guess that's good because, Joe Rogan's a pretty big dude, right? So anyways, that played after yours, and I listened to some of that.
I'm so glad I'm helping him out.
Yeah. Because how you have it set on autoplay and all that good stuff. But anyways, Peter Schiff went all into that, and he was talking about all that. Like, you just keep printing fucking money. And you print money, you print money, you print money, and there's nothing to back it. It's not worth shit. And so eventually, the world's going to say, fuck you. The dollar's going to go in decline. And then we're going to be in a real shit storm.
What's funny is because this is the whole reason why counterfeiting is illegal. Because if you counterfeit money, then you devalue the dollar. So therefore, we have to make it illegal. Yet we allow the Fed to do it as much as they want. And I bet you they do a lot more than any actual counterfeiter out there with a fucking press and a couple plates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't no way they're making trillions of dollars out of nothing.
Democrats keep holding it up. They're trying to get gun control wrapped up in. Well, yeah, because once they devalue the dollar, it doesn't become the world's reserve currency anymore, and they take the guns. Then, hello, we're right at that movie, and I can't ever remember the name of that movie. But
1984.
No, that's a good book.
It's also a movie. Oh, you're talking about Minority Report or
no, the one where the chick from Louisville is the star of the thing, Catching Fire.
Catching Fire. That would be the Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games. Welcome to the fucking Hunger Games in 2025, bitches, because that's what it's gonna fucking be. The rich are just getting fucking richer. I seen today Joseph A. Banks and another company has filed for bankruptcy. Well, who's going to bail them out? They're a big company, too big to fail, right? The Fed's going to bail them out. By how? By printing money. Printing money that they don't got. It's not backed by shit.
You know what's bullshit is why are we even paying taxes? Can't they just print the money? They're doing it anyway. So why should anybody pay taxes?
Well, taxes actually pay the tariffs on the goods we get.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how Trump said we're going to make China pay the tariffs? Well, no, you're not, because the tariffs are essentially put on us. And that's a good, if I could, let me see if I can find that. I'll go check my YouTube videos and I'll post a link up to that. But if you could watch that video with Joe Rogan, if you can stand it long enough to fucking Peter Schiff as I don't live and breathe Peter Schiff, but I did listen to it and it was a pretty interesting thing. Now, Joe Rogan was pretty upset because he was saying some shit that he didn't like, but that's right. Not everybody that comes on my show. Me and Stinger don't get along all the time. Well, we get along. We just don't, agree on everything.
We don't agree. Yeah, that's fine.
Let me see if I can find this video. Oh, yep, here it is. Thanks for knocking everything off, fucking cat. Good job, bro.
While you look for that, I'll be right back.
Okay. There we go. I found it. And I will post that up. 3, 2, 1. The Joe Rogan Experience. So here's the video. How we doing out there? Nidavellir, Forge, and Woodcraft. I know I just never can pronounce your name, and I know I'm butchering the shit out of it. I'm sorry. NFW, how about that? Yeah, it's all about control. And the kids these days are. Your microphone's still on.
I'm gonna be a little hot dog.
Okay, I turned your microphone off. But yeah, it's definitely all about control. So, people are just too stupid to fucking see it, man. I just don't know. Like, kids these days are just so fucking stupid. So stupid. So, my son, one of my older sons, he's 21 and his friends are 21, 22. And I asked him, I was like, hey, let me put this scenario, because they always want to talk to me about the military stuff and what should I do with my life and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, like, get a trade. Are you good now? I can turn your microphone back on. No, I turned it off.
Thanks.
I turned it off because you were still talking, but I heard something about butt love or something, and then I was like, oh, gotta shut that shit off.
Appreciate it. I don't even remember having that conversation.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, I muted you, bro.
All right, cool.
So there's the video. Check that out. That's the one with Joe Rogan and Peter Schiff.
Is he any relation to Adam Schiff?
I don't know.
Shift for brains.
But it was a good listen anyways.
Nice.
Like I said, there's all Peter Schiff's information. He's an American businessman, investment broker, author, financial commentator, CEO of Chief Global Strategist of the Euro-Pacific Capital. He also hosts his own podcast called the Peter Schiff Podcast. There you go. But it was a good listen, and what he, for layman's terms, like, that's the man to go listen to, I guess, because he definitely made a lot of sense. If you work for a company and you only bring $4 worth of value to that company, and you want to charge the company $18 to work for them, the company's losing money by hiring you. So guess what they're not going to do is hire you. They're not going to hire you because you're not a skilled laborer. We can't hire you for a skilled labor job.
Well, nowadays, if you're a minority, they get extra kickback. So technically, if you only make them $4, they're probably getting $20 in kickbacks just because they hired a minority to fill their quota.
Yeah, I mean, I have I don't want to call them cowboys. They call themselves cowboys, but they're of all different colors. Like, I have one of my guys that comes and works for me. He's like the blackest cowboy I've ever seen in my life, but he's a cool fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he, it's not just because he's black, but I mean, because we had to put a word on it but he's of ethnic, and he's just as hard a worker as anybody else. Like, I don't have, you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah. It has nothing to do with your skin tone. It has everything to do with your ethics. But
yeah, I mean,
people want to go to race.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you just can't base it off fucking looks, man, or whatever, because it just doesn't work like that.
Yep.
I mean, because I've had all different fucking people come try to learn, or when I say work, like, whatever, I'm teaching them.
Right.
Some process or something.
Well, that's why Martin Luther King Jr. was such a great inspiration, because he actually called it out for what it is. Judge a man by his content of his character, not by the color of his skin. I mean, truer words have never been spoken. I mean, shoot, that's something I would expect out of the Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why they put him down, because they didn't want us to. I mean, but we are all fucking pink in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just don't understand it. I do like the fact that all the guns are fucking sold out every fucking where. You can't touch a fucking firearm nowhere, which is really good. I'm like really excited about that, because everybody that thought, oh, we're gonna gun, we can just order that bitch through the mail. Yep, good luck with that.
Yeah, I was looking at getting maybe a Mosin Nagant finally, because I was watching a video. I forget what video, but I was like, damn it, I always wanted one of those, and I never got around to it. Now the $150 Mosins are going for like $350, $400 bare minimum. But still at the same time, that'd be a fun rifle to have. Can't find that; they're sold out.
Yeah, well, you can. You talking about the 7.62x54R?
Well, I don't have a bolt gun, man, and that one was, relatively inexpensive at the time.
That's a huge fucking.
Yeah.
That is 7.62x54R, not 51. I'm sorry, that's a 308.
Yeah.
But and good luck finding ammo for that.
Right.
Good luck finding. Morning, Guns Coast to Coast. Afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching this. Guns Coast to Coast.
Guns Coast to Coast warned everybody. Not everybody watches your videos, bro. I mean, that's awful. I mean, I'm not saying that you're a bad channel. I'm just saying not everybody watches.
What did he warn us about?
About the gun stuff, I guess?
Oh, yeah. I'm not complaining about it. I think I just stopped in the local, the LGC or the LGS. Everybody calls local coin stores LCS, so I'm going to start saying LGS. So I stopped by the local LGS, to check out the thing, and the major supplier around here that I do business with didn't have a whole lot of shit. They had a few SIGs. They actually had a few Glocks, mainly 19 long slides or 17 long slides. They had boatloads of ammo. They had some handgun ammo, but not mainly long gun ammo.
Mm-hmm.
There was 4 AR-15s complete, but they were like really highly priced, but they were highly priced before the pandemic. But yeah, they didn't have a whole lot of anything. They did have a awesome, and I almost bought it, but I didn't want to pay the price for it because it was, a $46 lower that had a what the fuck did it say? It said something like waterboarding teacher or something, and and it was engraved in the side. Something it had to do something to do with waterboarding school of waterboarding or something. It was just funny. I've had family members ask me to sell. I've sold 3 ARs and a pistol in the past month at incredible markups.
Yeah, there was one guy that I know he preps with his money, right? He never went out and did anything, but boy, the news comes on and he knows that I'm into guns. So as soon as the news comes on that the country's shutting down and the prisoners are being let out, he's coming to me in a panic, like, dude, I know you have guns. I need guns. I got money. I'm like, dude, if this is SHTF, your fiat ain't shit. You know what I mean? But so he's asking to buy one of my ARs, and I don't want to give him away. He's like, you don't need that many guns, man. You can only handle how many at one time, So all those other ones are just, they're just going to take them after you die and shit. I'm like, well, thanks a lot, motherfucker. But, I'm thinking in my head, okay, what gun could I actually sell him? Because maybe I wouldn't mind having a few extra $1,000, right? And I was like, fine, I figured that out, right? There's one gun that I made. It was $2,600 to build. It took me 5 years to build it. But that's the only one legally that I can sell because everything else is not considered something that you can sell without going through a lot of shit, But
right. So
I was like, I'll sell it to you, but it's going to be $6,000, or you can go to the gun store and just buy one generic for like $500-600. I should have just said that part. I should have just said, come get mine for $6,000 or $7,000.
Yeah.
Because he probably would have paid it because he eventually said, he said that he was going to go to the gun store. I didn't hear back from him for months. Like 2 or 3 months go by. Then I get a text from him with him shooting a 50 Barrett. And apparently that's what he bought.
Oh, awesome sauce. Yep, definitely.
Right.
That's awesome. Yep, I would love to have that M85A2. But
I had a Saiga shotgun from Russia, one of the first ones that they imported. Had converted it over and the whole bit. Man, I sold it just recently and traded it in for a Comrade 12, which I do like. It's a little bit more manageable than the Saiga.
Oh man,
2,300. Good luck with that, bro. Good luck.
Somebody sold something for 2,300 or bought it. Oh,
okay. He's looking to sell it for 2,300. I had my Saiga. It's fully converted. It came with mags. I only got I think 1,200 for it.
Can't find it in America anymore.
It doesn't. No, you can't. You can't find the Saigas in America, but nobody really wants them that bad. So that's why I only got 1,200 out of it. And the ones that are converted, they want even less, apparently. The one guy was telling me, I don't know, maybe he was just bullshitting me because he wanted to talk me down on the price, but he was saying that they pay less for converted ones because people like to convert them themselves or have the option to go bullpup or whatever, I know. Forage and Woodcraft. I know they stopped importing them. I know that. And they did go up in price quite a bit when they first did that. But then the Vector came out, and there's a whole bunch of other different options that are a lot more reliable. The Saiga was never as reliable as other shotguns out there, including the Comrade's not that great either. It's pretty much the Saiga. But the interest in having a Saiga 12, it's not there. It's not there. I mean, good. I hope you get it, the money. But as I said, I tried for months, and I only got 1,200 for mine. But that's okay because I just wanted to get my Comrade. And I kept all the magazines for the Saiga because it works with the Comrade.
Oh, that's cool.
If you definitely look around. Definitely look around. But if you don't find anything for 1,700, I'd take your friend's offer for sure. Sorry.
That's cool. Yeah,
I have a little background with the Saiga 12. I have a video series on my channel of the conversion of it.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Watched that before. I'm just out looking around for parts here. Everybody, it's kung fu fighting.
Yeah, you might get more if it's not converted, for sure.
Yeah. I should have stocked up on those when I had the chance, but
I figured, I bought mine for $600. I put some time and effort and money into it. I probably had $1,600 into it. So I did take a little bit of a loss, but it wasn't a horrible amount of loss. And the reason I got rid of it was, it became like 20 pounds fully loaded, bro. And I have a frozen shoulder right now. So, keeping anything of weight with an extended arm with my shoulder issue is just problematic. So that was
right.
I had to get something shorter.
Holy shit. I was offered $1,700 about 3 months ago.
Yeah. So I was saying, man, I mean, look around. Since it's unconverted, you might get some money for it. But I would definitely keep the person's number who offered you 17.
Same here, Guns. Same here. I have been a selling fool. Macari, eBay, on the street, whatever I get rid of, man. If it's not mission critical, or doesn't further my goals, any cash I make off of jellies, jams, or tonic, or not tonic, shit, tinctures, anything that I make, which is weird because I'm having trouble getting bottles from my supplier, U.S. supplier. But anyways, yeah, I'm turning it right back into something of value.
There you go.
Put it into seeds for next year. I mean, it's what I always do, but I am looking at getting some more silver. Hopefully, it'll drop down to about 20 again. But yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. We're trying. Well, for one, we're thinking about moving. Obviously, probably spring or summer at the latest, hopefully, and getting rid of some things before the move would be great. There is a lot of things that we've been holding on to for decades, just carting around with us everywhere we go that we never use. Same thing, trying to convert everything we got into gold and silver as well, mostly silver because I can't find any gold for a decent price. But if I get that stimulus check, I'll be getting me an ounce at least. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Depending on how much the price is at the time, obviously.
Oh, yeah, like if it's 5,000, you're fucked.
Yeah. I might get a 10th ounce at that point.
Oh, shit. I've been looking at getting a 10th ounce. But I want it in the raw form. So
all right.
That way you can divvy it out in smaller portions. Because, yeah. That to me... because that's a large chunk of shit to get. I don't want to pay.
Well, the smaller amount you get, especially if it's refined. Now, if you're getting nuggets or whatever, that they can have a premium too. But it'd be a lot easier to have the little nuggets than to have like 1 gram bars or some shit like that. Because you can get a gram bar, but that's going to be like $60, which most of that's premium. Well, that was $60 back in the day. I don't even know how much it is now.
Yeah.
But 1 gram is going to be an excessive amount. And if you lose it, I mean, it's 1 little grain of gold.
Yep.
I only got the 10th ounce because I got a great deal on it at the time. Spot was, I think, $18.50. No, $18.25. It was $18.25, and I got the 10th ounce for $190. So it was, if gold was at 1,900, so it was basically spot plus 75. Actually, it was spot plus 15, so it must have been at 1875 or 1885. Sorry.
I want to get a 300 Win Mag. You can go to Walmart and get those, man.
It's a big round.
It is a beautifully wonderful round.
I wanted to get that for a long time in a Savage.
If you get that, and you get you some soft tip projectiles, bro. Expansion like a motherfucker. You want to see? It's like throwing a brick at something. I love my 300 Win Mag.
Yeah, I tell the wife I have one round of 300 Win Mag that I got in a deal that I made years ago, but it's a Black Talon 300 Win Mag. I'm like, this is why I need to buy a new gun. All right,
just for one round.
I have a round. Well, it's a Black Talon, bro. I mean, that's just too cool.
Yeah, they. I don't know.
Prepper Satan, the most pressing issue this month, or of the month, really is the Ellen DeGeneres plight. I'm pulling for her. Yeah, and you hear that Ellen DeGeneres is getting canceled because she's a mean person, apparently. Yeah, cancel culture. That's the great thing about cancel culture. It eats its own, right? We have other people. We have, who was it? Oh man, I forget. But there's a guy who is saying that he's a common man. Oh, it's the most rich man in the world. The guy that owns Amazon, right? He's saying how he was raised up in a disprivileged and a minority home because his adopted father was from Cuba, and so therefore he's not white. Basically, it's a flight from white is what they're calling it, where people in power or influence are trying to claim anything other than being white, so they don't have to deal with their whole white privilege issues. Right? It's hilarious.
He wants the Savage tactical model. Actually, I have a the Remington version, and I'm currently saving up to buy the Magpul tactical stock that has super transformable abilities for all the high-speed, low-drag sniperism stuff. So,
right. What's cool is my suppressor would probably work on it.
Oh yeah,
it's a 30 cal, right? So my can's a 30 cal can.
Yeah,
it's cool. I don't know how much it'll suppress, but at least make it a little quieter.
Yeah. What's up, buddy? Do you want to come here? Do you want to meet everybody?
4570 is the master race. What is that?
This is okay. Don't be panicky. You can't get up there. I got you. He wants to get up here and look because he's like, "Who the hell are you talking to?"
Yeah, the cats love it when you talk.
But I'm not talking to him, so okay. There you go, buddy. He wants to get up and sit in the front of the computer. What the hell is that? No, bro. I didn't see you could get up here. And that's a barn cat. But he is all over everything trying to get up here and get in front of this camera. So I put him up here and he didn't like it. Now he's...
Well, if anybody ever confuses you for being white privilege guns, if anybody says, well, that's just because you got white privilege, well, then there you go. I'm Appalachian, motherfucker. Just because I'm light-skinned doesn't mean I'm not a minority. I ain't white.
I'm as about mutt as you can be. We figured out my wife is third generation American. I think. Yes, third generation.
Well, I think if Elizabeth Warren is Cherokee because of her 1/10 of 100%, then I've got to be some kind of other minority, right?
I'm 1/100th Cherokee Indian, so Native American. Have you ever heard that Cherokee? No, but really, my great grandmother was like Blackfoot, I think. I'd have to ask my aunt again.
She have high cheekbones?
She was dark as dark can be. And then my fifth great grandmother would have been fifth or sixth great grandmother was a Murphy, which is a black Irish lady. So.
Wow, you know your family history pretty well.
Yeah. Well, it's hit or miss there because some of it on my sperm donor side, it's really hazy, but
Why am I not surprised?
on my mother's side, it's not. On my mother's side,
That
it's
whole
not.
family was fucked, I think.
Yeah. Well, some of my uncles are really good dudes,
Right.
but my sperm donor is useless as tits on a boar. I actually seen an Appalachian box on something. No way! No way! I'll be damned. So does that mean you came from Hazard County or Breathitt County, Kentucky? I'm just curious. Because that's usually what everybody, when you hear Appalachian.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the Appalachians are huge, but most people consider themselves to be Appalachian if they're from Hazard or Breathitt County, Kentucky. I'm down there from Hazard. Rock Castle. Well, I don't know where that one's at. Is that the third or fourth holler? Is it a holler in the west or holler in the east? My wife hates it. She's because my family's from down that way.
Yeah.
She gets so mad. You go if we family reunion is always good. Cherokee, North Carolina. Because there's Cherokee, Tennessee, to Cherokee, North Carolina, and boy, whew, she is so tore up. Those high stepping Nancy's in Hazard can suck it. The internet war has begun.
Right.
It's 45 minutes southeast of Lexington. Okay. Yeah, I don't get down there much, but our family property is owned. They own property down in. Well, we have a family cemetery on a big hill or mountain in Cherokee and stuff. So. I think you guys got my package checked last time I was on here. I think you guys got my package checked the last time I was on here. You sent us a package, or did you get your package of the bag of dicks?
Did you send one of those?
No, but you were talking about it. We were talking about it, remember?
Yeah.
After talking about my package. Oh, you got his one from Memphis, Tennessee. Roger that. A little slow today, bro. A little slow today. Got to get caught up. He got his gold, I guess, from Tennessee, Memphis, right?
Oh.
It's in the 70s, about 2 hours southeast of Lex. But the roads are improved. Well, I'll be damned. They're still using those old logging roads because that's how you transport that clear liquid that you can burn in a car. Yep. After talking about my package being held up in Tennessee, it came back with Department Home. Them bastards! The package I had come from Australia. Oh, so you ordered from the Perth Mint, and Homeland Security opened it.
Wow.
I thought we were in good relations with Australia. Now that we're putting.
Yeah, I think we have to be, right? Since we're going up against China.
Well, yeah. I sent you that article last night after I read it, and I was like, yeah, that'd be good for you to cover, man. But, yeah, they got a contingency of Marines there already. China's already been trying to move in and put infrastructure there, but now they're saying, hey, we're going to let the United States use this as a jump-off point. And did you notice they put it so far away from everything else? Strategically, it's in a place where the people can just roam off the coast and not be bombarded whenever the war kicks off. Huh. Australia has a lot of drugs being sent to and from it. Yeah, what? Fuck! Let the shit die. Let legalize it all. Because no matter what, People are still getting it.
Right.
People are still going to get it. They're just paying a higher premium for it. And it's making some rich cartel leader in fucking Mexico or Russian cartel or white cartel or Italian cartel. I don't know what the fuck whoever the fuck's running this shit. Just legalize it and stop all this dumb shit. The crackhead won't be breaking into your house to steal your TV to get $5 to get his fix because it'll be affordable. Make it to where you have to go to the doctor's office and get a prescription, and they show you some videos or something saying, or not even a prescription, just go to the doctor before you start taking heroin or something, so they can show you what it does to your fucking body or something. You know, make it legal.
Right.
Make it legal. Big Pharma can push all kinds of fucking nasty shit in your veins, but you can't.
That's because you can't
choose to put a fucking drug in your vein.
You don't have heroin dealers lobbying to Congress $8 billion a year.
I mean,
if you did, maybe.
I mean, good morning, ungrateful peasant. I'm not a drug user. I don't want to use drugs. I mean, and that's my prerogative. But if it's your prerogative and you want to use the shit, use the shit. Make it legal. Because you're in the fucking streets killing people. It would decentivize people in ghettos and hoods that they fucking say that, well, we can't get out of here because of that. Like, you're making it easy for them not to want to work at McDonald's or whoever the fuck sells drugs, because everybody sells drugs at some point, I guess. But if you take and legalize the stuff, you take the incentive out of fucking wanting to sell it because it's cheap. It's cheap. But
if you can buy it from a trusted source versus buying it from a dealer, you probably even spend a little extra just to make sure you have a clean needle and the actual good shit, not something that came off the street. Not something
laced with fentanyl that somebody's cut 16 times. It's not crack cocaine with MSM in it instead of just baking soda and water.
Yeah, places that have legalized marijuana for recreational, like Nevada and Colorado, their drug dealers that sell marijuana have gone way. I'm sure they've lost much of their profit because if I have a choice between buying skunk weed from a dealer or going and getting me some premium kush, I'm gonna go to the premium kush every fucking time. Yeah, now, that's not, everybody. I know at least one person who still buys skunk weed because it's cheaper.
Are you talking about a tone?
No, I'm talking about a mule.
Oh, well, hey, mate. I mean, but that's something you could grow here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be like making fucking lemons illegal. And people having them, smuggling them in and growing them in their house, just like they do weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no fucking sense to me. Like, people are still going to get it. Just like they don't want us to have guns. Then how in the fuck does people get guns in prison to shoot correctional officers or other inmates? Tell me that. In the maximum
there was a riot,
security,
wasn't there?
I don't know, but if you go check out like the prison museums and stuff that they have, they get guns inside the fucking jail and ammo. Okay, but you mean to tell me in a situation where you locked up and it's illegal to have a gun or illegal to have ammo or weapons, they still get weapons?
Yeah.
And you're supposedly controlled by the top security fucking systems and everything else. Makes no fucking sense, man. Everything's got to be illegal. Despite U.S. District Court encompassing Cincinnati, Ohio, rejecting treating Appalachians as protected class under Civil Rights Act of 64. City of Cincinnati passed Human Rights Ordinance in 92 that is only known law to prescribe Appalachian discrimination.
It rhymes.
Trudeau setting up legal weed for the mafia to profit, but the black market is still king because they can't control it. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Legalize it all. Did I say good morning, ungrateful peasant? How we doing? Yeah, 1911s do suck, bro. I'm sorry. I watched your video. I'm just fucking with you.
Did you not?
But yeah, there's always a debate. And I just like fucking around with it. I don't care. I mean, if you
Well, I
like
just got one recently.
I know you did. I know.
I mean, I'm more of a striker fire guy because paying that much money for something that only holds, limited amount of rounds, it was over 100 years ago. I'm like, eh. But that one was pretty, so I liked it.
Thank you, Riddle Girl. She shared the link there.
Oh yeah, that was for the Georgia prison that went completely haywire. Apparently, they've captured guards, they've killed guards, they've live streaming it because they took some people's cell phones or have cell phones of their own. It's like a whole clusterfuck going on right now. I think they have the warden tied up. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'll be damned. I did not hear about that. I'm too busy searching for everyone that is, looking for something. Somebody's always hitting me up to try to find something. Some people took that I'm a 1911 bro and only shoot 1911s, even though I recommend people to buy XDs, Glocks, and yeah, I'm just fucking with you, man. I know. I was just fucking with you. I'm like that. I recommend get whatever fucking fits your hand and whatever you're gonna shoot that's comfortable. I don't care if it's a Glock or a fucking XD or a 6-hour or a CZ. People come to me with that question all the time. First time shooters, I'm like, here, let's lay out 4 or 5 of these motherfuckers and you shoot one.
Dude, I've been shooting guns for my whole life, and I still don't know which kind of pistol I want. I like the Glock. I personally
think that Glock is like the AK-47 of handguns. Do I like fancy guns? Yes, I would love to have a fancy 1911, but I'm not going to buy one to carry around every day because it would be fucked up. My Glock, I can walk around. I can walk through the creek. I can go caving with the Glock. I wouldn't do that with any other fancy handgun. You know what I'm saying? So
the main thing for me was the capacity. But I have a Glock 30, which is a 45, and I have a 1911, which is a 45. And I'll tell you what, I can shoot that 1911 a hell of a lot more accurate. So the Glock 30 has a 10-round mag with one in the chamber. It's 11 rounds. My 1911 has an 8-round magazine with one in the chamber, so 9. So it's like 2 rounds difference. I'm starting to think maybe I should just start carrying a 1911.
Oh, you're busting my balls. Fuck that 1911. Carry a Glock. I'm sorry. I had to throw that out. Prison guns are called keister, right? Keister stashing, but you can't keister a fucking a Glock 17. I think Canadian Prepper has a 20-minute video on demonstrating it. That is so funny.
Maybe one of those little all-American.
Did you go watch his videos again, guns? Did you buy his silky saws? Did you buy his roll, his gear roll? Whatever. So many people talk trash about him because all he tries to do is sell his gear. I don't know if that's what you were doing, Guns Coast to Coast, and sorry for assuming that that's what you were insinuating, that he's a complete dipshit, but whatever. I made it just because there are hundreds of 19. Yeah, I know, man. I just love fucking with people. I don't care as long as you take it upon yourself to find something that will work for you. And I'm not saying this to Ungrateful Peasant. I'm just saying it in general. As long as you find something that works for you and you'll carry it every day and you'll use it to protect yourself or your family or innocent, then I don't care. I don't care if you carry a high point, even though you would probably use the high point as a fucking hammer.
We will ridicule the fuck out of you, though. That's disgusting, Guns. That's gross. You love your Colt 1911, but carry Glock 19. Yeah, I sometimes carry my 1911, but man, having I don't know how much your Colt went for, but my Dan Wesson is like $1,700. So at the time, that was the same price as an ounce of gold. So it was pretty much, buying an ounce of gold. It's fancy. It can shoot real well. I am having a magazine issue, though. The magazines have these little dimples on the followers, and they're supposed to be there, apparently. And I want to file it off, but I've been told not to. But every single time almost, the last round, always failure to feed because of that little nipple or that little bump that's on the follower on the magazines. Catches the rim of the round and interrupts it from feeding or whatever, but it's a pain in the ass. Other than that, the thing shoots as accurate as, more accurate than I can. I have a IW in the waist, or I have an IWI Baby Eagle. Jericho, that thing is a beast. Wish I could have bought another before the pandemic. Yeah, I've seen the Baby Eagles. Those are kind of, I was like, I don't know. If I ever got a Desert Eagle, I'd want an actual Desert Eagle. Just wasn't a fan of the babies. Ungrateful. One guy made a counter and was upset because he said he can't afford them and pulled out a $900 gun to use as an example of what he carries. Hilarious. I carry cheap guns because I won't be tore up. Exactly. That's the other issue, right? And even my wife agreed because she wanted me to carry the 1911 because it was a birthday present, right? So she wanted me to carry it, but then I told her, well, if I actually have to shoot somebody, they're going to take this and confiscate it for at least a year, if not longer, and maybe forever, right? And so all of a sudden, she didn't want me to carry it anymore. She wanted me to carry my Glock. And I had gotten a Blackhawk Serpa holster because a friend of mine said, oh, yeah, that won't scratch up your gun. It's an all stainless steel gun. And he was wrong. It's got a whole bunch of surface scratches on it now that kind of bother me because it's a $1,700 pistol. So I might have to send it to the manufacturer and have them refinish it. It'd probably be cheaper than buying a whole other gun. Especially nowadays when you can't even buy another gun, usually. Guns, LOL, they may take them all at first. You might get back in a month. You think they would take all the guns? I don't know. I don't think they take all your guns. I think they only take the one that's involved in the shooting. That's why I'm also trying to make another 300 blackout pistol so that I don't have to use the fancy one that I built. Yeah, apparently you do. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, wouldn't it depend? Well, I don't. All right. Little girl has to go mail off something. Depends on where you are and if it's clearly a good shot. Well, Arizona's supposedly pretty gun friendly. I think it's if you're the right skin color though, and if you're well enough off. If you live in the ghetto like I do, and you're not well connected, who knows? That 2 guns, I carry my nicer guns in AZ. Yeah. Exactly. You can. I mean, shit. If I'm open carrying, I'm carrying the 1911, right? Because it's a pretty gun, which is funny because it's a bobtail, which is supposedly better for concealment. But I just like the bobtail look. Yeah, you're better off than me. Yeah. How is Ohio? Although you have a GAT, dude. I mean, I don't have a GAT. I could, technically. I don't have the money for it. There's Irish.